I do not discriminate because I once was a pharmacy technician as well before I was a nurse. So, hey. Finish my BSN studying for, okay, big NCLEX. All right, BSN. You like my, see, look, yeah, LPN, RN, BSN. That's what's up. I encourage everybody to go for what you want to go for. Nursing is nursing. Yes. So when do you got it scheduled, Neek? Oh, you nervous? That's okay. It's okay to be nervous. So much stuff, so much to study. Yeah. Um, I think that I used, who did I use? What's it called? UWorld, and it looked just like NCLEX, but like that was old NCLEX, so I have no clue about next gen NCLEX. Um, so I don't even know what to suggest. Not yet, but I would like to take it this month. Okay, well that's what's up. You can do it. You can do it. Just study and do questions and review your weakest stuff and go over stuff that you think you know too. But I wish you well, and I hope that you pass. Yep. Well, if y'all is ready to study, I'm ready too. Study, study, study. Studiar. All right. TikTok Studios. Come on. Why didn't my... Okay, save. It's a video. No, I don't want to save it as a video. I was looking for my questions and they saved as a video. That's not cool. Let's see. Any requests for study methods or solving methods tonight? Dimensional analysis. Thank you, Nick, for the rose. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Download. JPEG. Here we go. Dimensional analysis, ratio proportion, desired over half. What are we doing? Desire over half. Okay, I do that too. I do that too. But some stuff cannot be solved with desired over half. I'm just going to say that. So, all right. Desire. So, if not desire, you like formulas, huh? My headband hurts. Ouch. Okay. Let's see. So the client's IV is infusing that. Let me do this real quick. All right. The client's IV is infusing at 15 milliliters an hour of 40,000 units of heparin and 500 milliliters of D5W. How many units per hour is the client receiving? So for my desire, y'all tell me how we're going to answer this one. Where would you start? Because even if I was in school and I didn't like to use dimensional analysis, I would use ratio proportion. So you would tell me in the comments, where would you start? Let's see, we got some dimensional analysis over here. Okay. I'm trying to see what else everybody else is saying. The units of heparin. Okay. And what would you put it over, Neek? Oh, the milliliters. So you would do which one? The 15 or the 500? So my train of thought, like this, 15 mLs over 500 mLs times 40. Okay. So let's see. You mix up the numbers. Okay, I understand. So 15 times 40,000 divided by 500. So that's what you would get. Okay. So if you were doing an dimensional analysis, I would start with my units per hour. So if I've got 15 milliliters and I've got 40,000 units of heparin, 500 milliliters, I'm gonna start my units because I'm gonna have my units on top and my I want hours on the bottom. Okay, so 40,000 units over 500 mLs. Okay, then I would have my 15 mLs over hours. Okay, and so then I would get units over hours. See, never good to change your answer. Yes, that is it. I think I made a post saying that. It's like people want to change their answers. No, don't you change those answers. Keep it right there where it's at, right there. Usually your first mind is, correct. So that's going to be 600,000 divided by 500. And then you see you get the same thing. Okay? So, yes, that's how you would do it with your desired over half. You've got your 15 over your 500 times your 40,000 units, okay? Alrighty. Let me check and see. Everybody okay? So true, but it came out the same answer. Yeah. I don't know. I'm partial to dimensional analysis. Yeah, even you can do it in with ratio and proportion as well. It's all depends on what you're comfortable with. I just know that some people might mix up the answers or the units or the numbers, and you don't know how did I get that? I just put this there. So this is my way personally. But if you like this way too, I'm not gonna be a hater. Do what is best for you, okay? Get through so you can come to these units. All right. So find the amount of dextrose in 750 milliliters of D5, half normal saline. So how we gonna do this? I did some of these last week. And people lost their minds. And they told me to put more in. So I said, okay, that's fine. I'll do that. Oh, I didn't. What? Where is my folder? I don't think what I did not include this time was the tube feeding. And I do apologize. Because I was supposed to make some more of those, but I can put those in for Sunday night. So hopefully I don't have a test on it. But we know that the concentration is going to be the dosage amount is going to be in grams. So the percent over 100, and then this part has to be in grams. Okay. So if we were to find out how much dextrose is in 750 mLs of D5 half normal saline, we got to put that over 100, don't we? Yep. So we put 5 grams over 100 milliliters, and then 750 milliliters over 1. Your milliliters cross out. And then you just multiply. So 5 times 750 divided by 100. And that's going to be 37.5 grams. Have y'all seen these type of problems before? I know when I threw it out there, people were like, whoa, where did this come from? And I think somebody had shared a problem where it was like lidocaine, and they gave a percent of lidocaine, and you had to figure out how much to draw up in the syringe. And people like, oh, it's missing some information. I was like, no, it's not missing information. You just got to know that it's grams over 100. And then you just gotta multiply it times whatever you have. So that's how you do these. Hopefully it wasn't too confusing. I didn't lose anybody. Don't want to lose nobody. Alrighty. So let's find the amount of dextrose in 500 milliliters of D5W. Same concept that we just did, okay? So if we are looking for dextrose, that's going to be D5, so 5 grams in 100, and then times the amount that we have, so 500 milliliters over 1. Your milliliters cross out. And then you're going to do 500 times 5 divided by 100. So 5 times 500. And then divided by 100 is going to be 25 grams. Do y'all, like, does nursing school have you just, like, so kind of, like, distrusting that you even put simple calculations into your calculator? I know I do. It's crazy, but, I mean, I still do. Like, I know what 5 times 500 is, but I'm still going to put it in my calculator. All right. So, order drug A, 100 IM once. So, this is what I was talking about. These like this, okay? So, drug A, 25%. So, how many mLs to administer to the patient? You would think, okay, this is missing something. You have to have a drug concentration. Well, this is a concentration. This is a concentration. That's the grams per 100 mLs of medicine. So, let's see. I'll get my calculator. So we are looking for 25 grams in 100 milliliters, right? So wouldn't this be the same thing as yes? Because if you have grams, 2 milligrams, because you ordered milligrams, then you can give those, can't you? All right. So let's do 25,000 divided by 100. It's going to be 250 milligrams per milliliter. So now we can use desired over half like you want to, Neek. And we can solve. So we desire 100 milligrams and we have 250 milligrams times 1 milliliter. So that's going to be 100 divided by 250. 100 divided by 250. 250. Come on. 0.4 milliliters to give to the patient. Ta-da. So, like, a lot of people would have looked at it like, where is the rest of the problem? There it is. You have to know, grams over 100, and then change it to milligrams, because that's what the prescription is being ordered as, and then you can give it to your patient. Boom. A lot of times you'll see lidocaine like that. Alrighty. Infuse 500 milliliters of D10W in 30 minutes. At what rate should the nurse set the IV pump? Okay. So, we need to do volume over time. This right here is fluff, and it's nice to know. Okay, so we are looking for rate. So we know that we can give an IV two ways. We can give it via pump, which is going to be milliliter per hour, or you can give it via gravity, which is going to be drops per minute. So this says IV pump. So our goal is milliliter per hour. So let's do 500 milliliters on top and 30 minutes on the bottom. Okay, and then times 60 minutes over 1 hour. So cross out, cross out. Or if you put it into your formula, if you have hours, you could just put 0.5 hours if you convert your minutes. Okay, same way. 500 times 60 divided by 30 is going to be 1,000 milliliters per hour. Yes, ma'am. You got it. You got it. You got it. Zaire formulas. Okay. Alrighty. So let's go on. The provider has ordered 1,000 mLs of what? Normal saline to run over 10 hours. The tubing has a drop factor of 10 drops per milliliter. Determine how many drops per minute the nurse will set as the flow rate. So we got this much going over this time, and we got our tubing, and we want to know drops per minute. So we got 1,000 mLs over 10 hours, and we got our drop factor, and our goal is, not milliliters, drops per minute. So our formula would be 1,000 mLs over 10 hours, but you have to change this part to minutes. So you would times that by 60. So it's at 600 minutes. I am so used to doing dimensional analysis, but you have to remember to put it in minutes, because if not, you'll have it wrong. So let's see, 10 drops per ml. 1,000 times 10 divided by 600. And you can't give 0.6 of a drop, so we'll do 17 drops per minute. Boom. All right. The physician has ordered drug H 500 milligrams IV Q12. The pharmacy has supplied drug H 1 gram powder for injection vial. The directions state reconstitute with 2.5 milliliters of normal saline for an approximate volume of 3.4 milliliters with a concentration of 300 milligrams per milliliter. How many mLs would the nurse give to the client for one dose? Alrighty, so we have this ordered, and pharmacy has given us this medicine. Reconstitute with, we don't really want to pay attention to that part because it's not important for us solving this question. We are only concerned about the concentration. When you do reconstitution problems, you know we concentrate on the concentration. So this right here is what we need. And so we're looking for milliliters. If we're looking for milliliters, I'm going to start with my milliliters, okay? So milliliter over 300 milligram times 500 milligrams from our order right here. Then put it over 1 because some people don't like for it to be bald-headed. Or you could do your desired over half. You desire 500 mgs over 300 mgs times 1 milliliter. And both ways will give you the same answer if you're doing it right. If you're doing it right. Let's see. 500 divided by 300. It's going to be 1.66666. So 2. Or you can do 1.7. It depends on which what they tell you to round to. Neat. When you were in school, did you have to round to the nearest tenth, or did you have to round to the nearest whole number? Alrighty. So let's see. Order 1,000 mLs of D5 normal saline with 20 milliequivalents of KCl to infuse over 12 hours. What is the IV flow rate? So we have this. None of this matters right now. And we have our time. So what is the IV flow rate? It's going to be volume over time. So 1,000 mLs over 12 hours. And that is simply it. That's it. That's it. Some people like to make these questions harder than what they really are. So it'll be 83 mLs per hour. It was 83.3333, but I just rounded it to the nearest whole number. All right. Heparin. So the nurse is taking care of a patient who has been diagnosed with a DVT. The patient has an order to receive a heparin bolus of 2,500 units, followed by a continuous IV drip of 17 units per kilogram per hour. Your patient weighs 203 pounds. You have a heparin vial labeled heparin 2,000 units per ml. What will you give your patient for the initial bolus? And what will you set your IV pump at for a continuous drip if your 250 ml bag is labeled 40,000 units of heparin? Okay, so we have a 2-part question on this one. So our bolus, which just means giving like one amount of medicine at one time. It's not going to be a continuous drip. It's going to be one IV push just to get your heparin, high enough in the blood so that it can be at a therapeutic level. We know that we check our coag studies every 6 hours to make sure that the heparin is not too much or too little not being able to decrease the bleed time or increase the bleed time, and a clot will form, and then too much, they will bleed out. So yeah, let's see. Our bolus, it says 2,500 units, okay? And then you're going to draw it out of the vial that says 2,000 units per ml, okay? So none of like the patient's weight and all that other jazz matters. You're just getting 2,500 units from this vial. So we are wanting this, and we have this times 1 ml. So, handy dandy calculator. 1.25 milliliters. So that is for your big bolus, okay? Now we need to figure out our drip rate. So we have this right here. That is our order, our patient's weight, and then our bag of medicine is like this. Neek, how would you solve this problem using your formulas? I'm going to do it with dimensional analysis. If you want to chime in the chat, you can. All right. So I use PPP, patient prescription product. Your patient's weight, your prescription, which is your order, and your product is your medicine. So we're looking for milliliter per hour because we're setting our IV pump. So we know a pump is going to be milliliter per hour. I'm going to start with my milliliters on the top. So we have 250 mLs of 40,000 units. Our order calls for 17 units per kilogram per hour. We have to put a conversion now because we want our kilograms to cross out. Okay. And then we can put our patient's weight in pounds over 1 so it won't be bald headed. And we're left with milliliters on the top and hours on the bottom. Okay, so first you would convert your weight, okay, to kilograms if you were doing this another way. So let's see, 203 pounds divided by 2.2 and so yep, that's what I got. And then you would multiply your weight by your order. So that'll be 92.27 kgs times 17 units. And that's going to give you how many units an hour? So 92.27 times 17. And that's what, 1,568.59 if you're using all of your decimal spaces. And then we can now put your desired over half, right? So 1,568.59 units. And we have 40,000. Come on, zeros. And 250 mLs. Okay, so that times 250 divided by 40,000. And what you get, 9.8. Yep, that's what I got too. Milliliters per hour. Cool beans. Yep. I know when I was in school, I would do it this way, like how we just did it at the bottom, because I really absolutely despised dimensional analysis. Like I hated it. And people were like, oh, dimensional analysis. But it's like, you get older and you get wiser. I'm for real. I'm just being honest. I like to be transparent. I like to be honest, and I like to be open. So, I mean, I hated it because I was just, I think because of the way it was taught, it wasn't clear. And I didn't know where to start or what numbers to use. Or like, when it was like cross out this and cross out that, I'm like, what are you crossing out? Like, it didn't make any sense to me. But like I said, I grew into it, and I'm like, you can literally solve how fast the earth is turning in seconds or something, like with dimensional analysis. So it's my friend now. But I don't force my ways on others. You see, I'm very inclusive. Yeah, it was too much crossing out and it confused me. I understand. Well, you have to do what's best for you. Obviously, this way was best for you because you are graduated with that big BSN. Okay, I see you. And now you finna challenge these boards and come out to the floor. What type of specialty are you looking into going into? Yes, period, sis. The doctors order 1,000 ml bag of IV normal saline to be infused at 60 drops per minute. The drop factor is 10 drops per milliliter. Your IV infusion started at 1,300. At what time will the infusion be complete? So we're looking for hours on this one. Oh, okay. All right. You just want to learn. Okay. Well, hopefully the place that you go to has like a nurse intern program where you can like go to different units and see what you like, before you just have to like commit to one unit and do like a whole orientation and get on the floor and then you're like, you know what, I really don't like this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Okay. Order is 1,000. Rate is this. And drop factor is this. And it's starting at that time, and we're trying to see what time it's going to end. So we're looking for time. I am a medical surgical nurse, the most hated on, despised unit, I guess. But I love med surge because if you're not sick enough to go to the ICU and you're not well enough to come out of the ICU to go down and step down, where you going? You still got to get medicine. You still got to get observed. You still, you know what I'm saying? Like, people be like, oh, I can't stand med surg, this. I mean, you still have to think critically. You still have to monitor labs. You're going to get your blood draws in if the hospital does not have phlebotomy. Even if they do have phlebotomy, because I work night shift, they leave at 8. So if I got troponins and anticoags and other stuff that has to be drawn serially, I gotta draw those. So you get your skills in, you get your patient pictures in. You still gotta be, clinically inclined with your assessments. So some people are like, oh, just ICU is because I want to feel like you still coding folks, you still pumping on folks, you still giving people medicine. You still got to know what kind of medicines you giving, and if you have a blood pressure of 80/59, are you gonna give Lasix? No, you still gotta know stuff. You know what I'm saying? So med surg is an equally important floor. I bet if you was in the ED and they said they got a bed in med surg, you're like, oh no, send me to the ICU. No, you gonna go to that bed. Okay. I'm back. I just went off on a tangent. Hey, how you doing? No CNA, PCA. What you mean? What you mean, Liliana Davis Angar? I don't mind med surg or any critical care, but I still just want to daddle and see what I like. Okay, that's what's up. But no, seriously, like I think people have been so pushed to go to med surg. Um, no, okay, sorry. Squirrel. Okay, people have been pushed to go to med surg. And there's like you got to get your skills in, which is totally not true. Like if you want to go to the ICU, go to the ICU. You want to be mother baby, go to mother baby. Like I just think like in certain areas, because you just can't go to PACU, you just can't go to the heart cath lab, without having ICU experience. And then if you want to go back to school for like nurse anesthetist and nurse practitioner, then you do need ICU experience. But I think that people are just been pushed to go into med surg so you can gain skills, which is not true because you can go into these other specialties. So I think that's what kind of gives it a bad rap. But I love med surg. I was a nephrology nurse, like so all of my patients were going to dialysis, and I'm telling you, I can stick an IV in dirt. Okay, we can get some stuff because those nephrology patients ain't got no veins. And no ma'am, we had PCAs to draw blood sometime, but sometimes we did not. So we had to, if they can't get it, then we got to go get it. So yeah. Okay, back to studying. I'm sorry. I got off on a tangent. I'm sorry. All right. So on this problem, we're looking we're looking for the time. So, neat. You tell me how you gonna solve this with formulas, okay? I'm gonna do this my favorite way, and we're gonna see what we come up with. All right. So, if I'm looking for hours, I'm going to start with hours. But we don't have hours on here, right? We just got drops per minute, okay? Yeah, you're welcome. Definitely. Look, the advice part was supposed to be for nurse chat afterwards, but whatever, we can throw it in there. That's what we here for, to let the people know. so y'all can make these educated decisions, because I think I didn't know a lot of things in school, especially like because I did LPN first. I'm like, I didn't know the difference between LPN, RN, BSN, associate. Like, you don't know. So it's important for you to know those things so you can make the best decisions. I wish I was told these things, before I did, certain steps, but I don't take any of my career back. I've been a nurse for 13 years and I loved every moment of it. Not okay, I'm lying. Sometimes I don't like every moment of it. I'm gonna be human. So, because baby, when I was traveling during COVID, it was some hard times. Do you hear me? And I wasn't like, oh, I love this. No, I was like, oh my gosh. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we're looking for hours, but we don't have hours. We have minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start with a conversion. So I'm going to have 1 hour over 60 minutes. Okay. Then I can do my minutes over 60 drops. So because that's my rate. Okay, so my minutes cross out, and then if I got 10 drops per ml for my good night and hello. Hey JoJo. So are you here? Are you leaving? And then I'm going to put 1000 mLs. So, and then I put it over 1 so it won't be bald headed. mLs cross out, drops cross out, minutes cross out, and so we're left with how many hours. Okay. Tappahannock, VA. Okay, then that's what Chris Brown's from. Somebody was on my website and it was from Tappahannock. I'm a country boy from Tappahannock. All right, 60 and 60. And so that's going to be 2 hours. What? Okay. I was like, huh? Okay, 2 hours and 70. Okay, so 2.77 hours. Okay, that's how long it's going to take us to infuse this. Okay, so if we do 2 hours, we'll do the 0.77 times 60 to give us our minutes, okay? So 0.77 times 60 is going to be 46 minutes, okay? So it's going to take 2 hours and 46 minutes for this to be... I told you to do it your way. I didn't tell you to do it dimensional analysis way because I was trying to figure out how you're going to use a formula for this. All right. So, okay. 2 hours and 46 minutes. So we start this at 1:30 and we add 2 hours to it. That's going to be 3:30, right? And then if we add 30 more minutes to it, that's going to be 4 o'clock, right? And then we got 16 more minutes left, so that'll be 16:16. Add 1 more hour, Liliana. Yep. So that's how I would do that. Just break it down, break it down. How did you do it? Okay, I was waiting for my steps. Let me see. Did I miss them? She just said she hate dimensional analysis. Okay, I know. 1:30. Okay, then 3:30. Okay, then 4. Okay. But yeah, so like I said, I don't know how to use a formula for this part. So that's why I like to do my dimensional analysis, because I can line it up, I can cross it out, and then this is what you got, Liliana. This is the way you was taught. Okay, yeah. I was about to say they usually teach I don't know. I've been seeing just various ways that they've been teaching in school. Some people do dimensional analysis, and then some people do formulas, and some people like are forced to do dimensional analysis and show the work, and where they'll get it wrong, and I'm just like, ooh, that's pressure, But yeah, It does get confusing. When you're first starting out doing it, the best way to get familiar and comfortable is to do practice questions, practice questions, practice questions, and do it the same way every time. So people ask me, do you always start with this? Do you always start with that? I always start with what the question is asking me for. If I start off with what's, needing to be found, I don't got to go and look for it, okay? It's right there. So I can just say, hey, I'm looking for hours. Everything else has got to go. So chop, 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 chop. And I just get rid of everything else. And I already know that I'm starting off with what I'm looking for. So everything else that comes across, I know it's got to go. So, that's just my little tidbits. But if you comfortable another way, starting off with doing it another way, that's fine. You do like Miss Neek here, Miss Big BSN. She got through it with formulas, and that was the best way for her. So hey, you keep what works for you. Yes. I love it. I'm so excited for you. Oh my gosh. I remember being just like a new nurse, period. Because, like I said, I was an LPN first. And, like, I waited for like maybe 3 months to take my test. Like, I was just chilling. And everybody else in my class was going and taking it. And I was just like, oh, I'm just going to look in my book. I guess I was scared. But, yeah, I took it, and here we are, 13 years later, and I have a BSN now. I want to go back for my doctorate, but we'll see. All right, the provider has ordered drug X at 8.5 micrograms per kilogram per minute for a client weighing 195 pounds. The drug X is labeled 500 milligrams in 1,000 mLs of normal saline. How many milliliters per I saw you say kilogram, and I'm looking at hours. Milliliters per hour will the nurse set infusion pump? What about kilograms? That was just random. These are my favorite. I love these. I love weight-based problems. Yeah, I can do them all day. So let's do it. I know a lot of people don't like these. They get frustrated and think it's too much in there, but hey, this is what we're doing this for, okay? So we can figure out how to do these problems, and they won't make us intimidated, and we're just gonna solve them because they are converting pounds to put. Oh, okay. You changed your. So you are one of those people. I know you're one of those people, Neat, because you got to change your your pounds before because you're doing it a totally different way. But if you're using dimensional analysis, I don't like changing my pounds before I start plugging it in. I'd rather just go ahead and put my conversion in there and let the conversion take care of itself within the math. Because I don't like to do extra steps. I don't like to do extra work. So here, we got patient, prescription, product, question. So PPP, not like the loan during COVID, which I wish they would come out again because now I have my own businesses. So come on, Joe Biden. Anywho, PPP, patient weight. The order is your prescription. I didn't want to go to jail. But yes, PPP, patient, prescription, product. Question mark. That's how you can remember what to use from the problems, the information in order to solve what you're looking for. So patient, boom, weighs that. Prescription is your order right here, and then your medicine is your product, and then your question mark is milliliters over hour. Okay, so I'm starting with milliliters. So 1,000 mLs over 500 milligrams, okay? I don't have milligrams in my order. I have micrograms, so therefore I have to add a conversion. So I'm going to put my milligrams on the top because I want them to cross out. So what's on top has crossed out with what's on the bottom. So 1 milligram is 1,000 micrograms. Milligrams are now gone. So now I can gotta erase this. And now I can put my micrograms for my order. So 8.5 micrograms per kilogram per minute. Microgram crosses out. Now we've got kilograms. So our weight is in pounds. We need it in kilograms. So we need to do a conversion. So we'll do 1 kilogram over 2.2 pounds. Kilograms are gone. Now I can do my pounds. 195 pounds over 1. So it won't be bald headed at the bottom. Boom. And then what do we have? Milliliters on top and minutes on the bottom. So we need one last conversion because we want our minutes to cross out. So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Minutes are gone. And now we can solve the problem. So 1,000 times 1 times 8.5 times 195 times 60 divide 500 divide 1,000 divide 2.2, and the rest of them is ones. So I got that. I don't know if anybody else is saw. Yes. So neat. What you probably did was change your pounds to kilograms. So that would be 88.63 kgs, right? Times 8.5 mics. So 88.63 times 8.5. So that's going to be 753.35 micrograms. And so our drug is in milligrams. So you would have to convert micrograms to milligrams. You're going from microgram to milligram. So a microgram is a smaller unit and you're going to a larger unit. So little, large, left. And then you can go 3 decimal spaces to the left. All right. And that's going to be milligrams per minute, right? So times that by 60. So that's for your whole hour, right? So then you can put that over. Okay. And divide by 500. And then you get that, what we got up at the top. And let me move it. So yeah, you see there in that corner right there. So you get the same thing. So it doesn't matter which way that you do these problems. Now, one way has more steps than the other. It's not dimensional analysis. I don't set my whole problem up and don't went on with my life after I don't swish. But hey, like I said, I don't leave anybody out. I don't discriminate. If that's what you like, if that's what's good, cool. You know, if that's how you can figure out. Because like I said, this was me in school. I used to like this way at the bottom. I ain't gonna fake the front. My finger's disappearing. That at the bottom. I'm not gonna fake the front. Like I used to like this way. But I'm pretty good at math, you know. Until we get to like all that calculus 2 and stuff and statistics. No. Thank you for the roast. But so if you aren't, you know, good at kind of going through and say, okay, I need to do this step times this step, because if you don't do this right here and change this right here, then you'll get lost in the sauce and you will get some crazy funky numbers. If it was microgram, would it be 3 decimals the other way. So little, large, left. So if you're going from a smaller unit to a larger unit, you go 3 decimal spaces to the left. If you're going from mite to slight, so a bigger number to a smaller number, you go to the right. Mite to slight right, little, large, left. Yeah. So that's how I remember that without having to, divide and times by 1,000. Because sometimes you forget and you're like, okay, is it multiplying or division? So yeah, might to slight right, little large left. All right, infused drug K, 150 milligrams in 150 mils at 4.5 micrograms per kilogram per minute for a client weighing 175 pounds. What rate in mls per hour will the pump be set? And let's round to the nearest whole number. So P, patient prescription product. Patient's weight is 175. Our prescription, which is our order, is 4.5 mics per kilogram per minute. And our product is drug K, whatever drug K is, in 150 milligram, 100 per 150 ml bag. Let me check on my Facebook, folks. Make sure I'm not missing any comments. So we're going to set this up, and my formula friends in the comments are going to do their formula thing, and I'm going to do my dimensional analysis thing, and I'll do my formula thing at the end and make sure we get the same things, okay? All right, so I'm looking for this. This is my goal. So I'm going to start with my milliliters. So 150 mLs over 150 milligrams, okay? So now we don't have micrograms, so we'll have to put in a conversion. So 1 milligram over 1,000 micrograms. We want to make sure what crosses out on the bottom crosses out on the top. So now we can put our micrograms at the top per kilogram per minute. Boom, boom. Now our kilograms is 1 kilogram in 2.2 pounds because our weight is in pounds. So we want kilograms to cross out, and now that's taken care of, okay? 175 is our weight in pounds. I put it over 1 because some people don't like for it to be bald at the bottom. All right. Now we got milliliters on the top and minutes at the bottom. We want hours. So, excuse me, we got 60 minutes in 1 hour. So now you got hour at the bottom and milliliter at the top. And I'm going to do my math. 150 mLs times 4.5 times 175 times 60 divide 150 divide 1,000 divide 2.2, and I got 21.47, which is going to be 21 milliliters per hour. Okay, so my formula friends, let's do 175 divided by 2.2, and that's going to be 79.45 kgs, 79.54 kgs times 4.5 micrograms is going to be that many mics. So let's do that times 60. 357.9 times 60. It's going to be this micrograms. Okay, so that's for the whole hour. So I'm gonna put minutes right here so we can know. And then we're going from microgram to milligram because our medicine up here is in milligrams. So mic to slight right, little to large left. So 1, 2, 3. So it'll be 21.47 milligrams. And then we can put this over what we have. In our vehicle. And you know what? Excuse me. This is going to cross out. So yeah, you even need to complete it because 150 at the top is going to cross out with 150 at the bottom. Boom. 21 milliliters per hour. That's how you do those. Are y'all comfortable with these? Do I need to go back? Do I need to slow down? The typing slowing me down. Oh, you know what, Nee? I wanted to kind of do like a game type of challenge, like student versus tutor, and see, like, kind of a head to head. I don't know how I would set that up, but I think that would be such a cool thing because I have people when I put the comments up, well, the questions up, and they're in the comments and like they just zoom through it, and I'm like, okay, you trying to beat me? Like, I'm real competitive, so I'm like, I would love to do that. I think that would be kind of cool. I don't know how to do it though. I need to think. Think. So, yeah. Hey, Portia. All right. I hope you're having a good night, lady. Don't it sound fun? It really does. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about trying to do like a Kahoot or something, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what we come up with. Alrighty. Yeah, it's a Kahoot. Something. Just be trying to. All right, the provider has ordered drug M, 50 milligrams per kilogram per day, divided into 3 equal doses for 7 days. The patient weighs 38 pounds. The recommended safe dose is 30 to 55 milligrams per kilogram per day in 3 equal doses. Pharmacy has available drug M, 250 milligrams per 5 mLs. What is the recommended safe dose? Is the dose safe? If safe, how many mLs will the nurse administer? Here go these safe dose problems that a lot of people do not like. But hey, it's okay. So PPP, patient prescription product. Our patient weight is 38. Our prescription is this, and notice that, okay, it tells us that this amount right here is for the whole entire day, but you have to divide this into 3 equal doses. Okay, so this is for the whole day, but you want it to be into 3 doses. Okay, that's where a lot of people kind of get confused at what these problems are asking you, and what they're telling you is like, okay, what part do I use? And okay, that's what you're going to find out. But then you're going to divide it into 3 equal parts, especially if you're doing it the formula method. Now, with dimensional analysis, we'll put day per day or 3 doses per day, and it'll cross out. So yes, the 7 days will matter if you were to figure out how many mLs that you want to give in 7 days. So let's say if it was like a pharmacy technician problem and you had to find out how much to give in a day and then how much the supply would be for 7 days. But what we're asked now is the recommended safe dose. So does that have to do with days? Nope, that's dose. And then is it safe dose? Okay, we got to figure that out. And then if it's safe, how many mLs will the nurse administer? And this is just for like 1 dose, okay? So it's not asking for 7 days. So if it specifically said how many is for 7 days, then yes. So I hope that makes sense. Alrighty. Okay. It's getting kind of warm. Is it cold where y'all at? In Alabama, it was below freezing. And then, like, the next couple of days, it's going to be 70. I was like, bruh, y'all trying to kill me. All right. Got it. Wasn't, yeah, it's fluff. You know what? I'm guilty because when I make my questions, I don't throw enough fluff in there. So if we don't practice eliminating the fluff, then we won't know what the fluff is. So I be trying to on purpose, like y'all's teachers, no shade teachers who's watching. I'm trying to throw in fluff so that we can know what to look for and what what not to look for. Okay. I mean, that's what we here for. Okay. So we'll figure out what's the recommended safe dose? So this is our safe dose range right here. So we'll do 30 kilogram. Nope, sorry, not kilograms. Excuse me. 30 milligrams per kilogram per day. Okay, and then our patient's weight is in pounds. So we'll do 1 kilogram over 2.2 pounds. Okay. If y'all are liking this session, give me some hearts. Put it in the algorithm so more nursing students can come on here and graduate like neat with that big BS in. Hey, turn up. I know you're going to pass. You got to pass. You got to pass. You got to pass. All right. So 38 pounds. And that's going to be over 1. So it won't be bald headed at the bottom. And then that's going to be per day. Yeah. And if we want to find out per dose, then we'll do 1 day equals 3 doses. Okay. So you see how day crossed out, and then you have your milligram per dose. So 30 times 38. You said 40 degrees in New York. Lord, I bet that was like, I want to go to New York so bad. And I want to experience like Christmas time New York, because like my favorite movie is Home Alone, Lost in New York. But oh my gosh, I would be so afraid of like northern like frigidness. I don't think I could do it. I come on here on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. and Sunday night Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. and both of those are not Eastern, Central time, because I'm in Alabama. Home Alone 1 and 2, I'm telling you, like every time it's on the TV, I'm watching it. I can like say the lines verbatim, and my husband, he already knows. He was like, "You watching Home Alone, ain't it?" And I'm like, "Yup. Sure is." So that's how much is your lower limit, and then we'll do our upper limit. 55 kilogram per day times 1 kg over 2.2 pounds times 38 pounds times 1 day over 3 doses. So cross out kgs, cross out pounds, cross out day, and we're left with the dose. 55 times 38 divided by 2.2 divided by 3. So 316.67, might as well say. All right, so when you have a range, your range is telling you that the lowest part, the lower limit, is how much medicine, that's the least that they can get for it to be therapeutic, okay? For it to be in the bloodstream and for it to work. The upper limit is how much that they absolutely can have that is therapeutic in the bloodstream without it being toxic. So you have to go and check the doctor's order, which was given to you right here, and see if that number falls between these two numbers that you got right here. That's how you determine if it is safe. So if it is not 172.72 through 316.67, then it's not safe. Okay? So our order is for 50 milligrams per kilogram per day in 3 equal doses. All right, so we're going to see how much. So, and then this is per dose, remember? It's not for the whole day. All right, so let's see. 50 milligram per kg per day times 1 kg over 2.2 pounds times 38 pounds over 1 times 1 day is 3 doses kg day pounds. All right. Everything is crossed out that we don't want to be in our problem. So 50 times 38 times divided by 2.2 divided by 3, and that's going to be 287.87 milligrams. So, ladies and gentlemen, or is it just ladies? I don't know who's on here. I don't, whatever your pronouns are. Hey, is this drug safe or is it not? Is it safe? Is it safe? Is it safe? Excuse me. Okay, I got 2 no's and I got a yes. And I got a yes. Okay, so we changed the answer to a yes. I got 1 no. And the answer is yes. And the answer is yes because it's in between. Yes, ma'am. So that's the number. And I apologize if the chat was in the way. But that number right there at the bottom, that 287, is between the range that we figured out. So it is going to be safe. It is in the green zone, okay? So if it was like 150, of course, that's too low. Or if it was like 370 something, that's too much. As long as it's between this number and this number, then it's going to be safe. You got it. And so now we can determine how much to give the patient. So I'm going to erase this. And let's see what we have. God dog it. I shouldn't have erased it. What we had, 287? Okay. So if we have 287 and then 250 times 5. I was like, man, I erased the wrong thing. I did all that hard work and now it's gone. Thankfully, y'all had my back in this chat. Formula people, I appreciate it. And then you can round it to 6 or 5.7 or whatever the directions tell you to, or your institution or your professor or teacher, whatever. However they tell you to round it, because you don't want to do all of this work and then get the answer and get it marked wrong because you didn't round right. Like, I would be so mad, Like, clearly, you saw that I knew how to do this. All right, this the big kahuna. This is the last one. Now, you formula people, let me see you do this one. All right. So, the nursing student has determination infusing IV at 75 milliliters an hour. The weight of the nursing student is 72 kilograms. The concentration of determination is 500 milligrams and 100 milliliters of D5W. At what rate in microgram per kilogram per minute is determination infusing? Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 So here we go, you guys. So if we are looking for milligrams per kilogram per minute, we want our, I'm sorry, microgram. I misspoke. Excuse me. Microgram per kilogram per minute. Because some questions do ask this. All right. I'm going to start with what I am looking for on the top. It's the same thing. It's the same kind of concept if you're doing dimensional analysis. Um, so how did you solve it, Neek? Let's see. I am going to look for. Okay, so that's our rate. That's our weight. This is our concentration. So if we're looking for micrograms, there's not a microgram in sight. So what I am going to do is I'm going to put my conversion first. So if I got micrograms at the top and milligrams at the bottom, I know 1,000 micrograms is 1 milligram. Okay. Then I can use my milligrams. 500 milligrams in 100 mLs. Milligrams is gone. Okay. And milliliters is 75 mLs over 1 hour, right? Milliliters has crossed out. Okay. So now, we got our, okay, so what we got? We got hours at the bottom, and we need kilograms in minutes. So we'll do our hour is 60 minutes. So hours is gone. Okay. And now we got minutes at the bottom, and we need kilograms, right? So we got 1 over 72 kilograms. So we got micrograms, minutes, and kgs. At night, I think of you. Hey. That's how you would do it. I know some people would threw their pencils down by now, but you can do it. You can do it. Don't let stuff like this just like completely throw you off. I know, like when I do the lives and sometimes the questions come up, folks are like, "Are you serious?" It's like, don't let that throw you off. If you know your rules, you know what you're looking for. If you have the information in the problem, you just have to look and see. Be calm. Take it one step at a time. And I was just clicking the heart button. Oh, come back. Come back. Gave me a headache with this one. No. No. No, cuz, no. As we say in Alabama, no, cuz, no. So it'll be 86.8 micrograms per kilogram per minute. I mean, some people actually are gone. Come back. I promise you, I got another one. This is it for tonight. And I gave you a headache. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just wanted to show people that there is a way. Well, I know. They said bought this and gone. I was like, you playing too much now. Now you just showing off. Oh man. I'm gonna leave it up for a little while. Liliana, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Thank you. Was this your first time coming to work it out Wednesday? Oh man. I need to get back to this. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, welcome. I'm glad you came on tonight. I hope that I broke something down or made something a little clearer or I can't see the ending after 1/72. It's nothing. That's it. I just went down to right here. Yeah. Yeah, I put the answer right there. Yes, ma'am. So that's how I would do that one. And like, I mean, I really don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out another way. Hmm. That I would use. I mean, because this was so easy to just. So, like, this is kind of my selling point. Like, ew. Yes. So, it's like people are like, oh, you can do this and this and this and this and this. I'm like, okay. So, this is kind of my selling case for dimensional analysis. I'm like, can you solve this? But yeah, yeah. If everything crosses out except for what it is that you're looking for, you are headed in the right direction. You see, we didn't have micrograms, and that's always my rule. It's not a written rule anywhere, but I'm going to start with what it is that I'm looking for. So we were looking for micrograms. The weight, I mean, not the weight, the concentration was in milligrams. So I knew that, okay, I can't start with milligrams. I need micrograms. I'm going to automatically put my conversion. So that was what? Conversion. Okay. And then you had your milligrams on the bottom, so now you can have your milligrams on the top. You had your 500 milligrams per your 100 mLs. Your milligrams crossed out. Then you had your mLs on the bottom. So then you had 75 milliliters per hour. So you put your mLs on your top and the hours on the bottom. Those crossed out. Then you had your hours. You did your conversion for your minutes and your hours. That crossed out. So now your minutes is left there. And then you had 72 kilograms, and you didn't even have to convert the weight. It was already there. So you know, 1 over 72, 72 over 1, it's the same thing in dimensional analysis. As long as whatever it is crosses out and it stays the same as one unit, like one whole thing, then you can flip-flop that. Okay? And so that's how you got your micrograms on the top, your minutes, and your kgs at the bottom. Boom. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, I just try to be a blessing to others. A blessed RN. I want to bless the nursing students. And now it is time for nurse chat. If you want to ask questions about nursing, about med surge. I don't see myself. Where am I? Oh, it ain't working. um, yeah. Uh-oh, yeah. My camera's not there. I don't know what happened to it. God dog it. So anywho, I'm gonna try to figure it out, but I'm gonna keep working. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Nee. Yeah, I started doing this. I started doing this last Gia, baby boo. Hey, love. Um hey, you didn't talk to me. You gotta talk to me. Why is my camera not working? I don't like that. Okay, let's see. Show the shores. But anywho, what was I saying? I started doing this in January, and you know, I just kept going with it, and people came on here and they was liking it, and I was like, cool beans. So it's not working. Anywho, we'll just do the screen. Okay, that's cool. Gia, I don't get time anymore. I'm exhausted. I know you tired, baby. Keep going. But I saw like in different forums, because when you're a nurse and you're in like the Facebook groups and all that stuff, you see students and all that, and they were just like, oh my God, med math, med math. And I just like, I was that person in school to help others. So I told my husband about it, and I was like, I think I want to do this. He told me to do it. So I started making the content. Then I got enough followers to go live. And then I got enough followers was to do the TikTok, what is this? TikTok studios. And so that's when I was able to do my whole little setup like I got it like now. And, then people was like, well, will you please do private tutoring? I was like, I don't want to. And I was like, please. I was like, okay, I'll do it. So here we are. So yes, I still do lives, and no, they are not, a fee. I do it Wednesday night. I do it Sunday nights. I answer questions in my inbox. I try to post, people request certain types of problems, and I'll come up with some, or, I try to do what's best, because I want to see y'all succeed. And it's a lot of nursing students out there, and like, I'm tired. I'm 35, and I've been nursing since for 13 years, and y'all got to come out here, and it's scary out here. And yeah. So if I can help get you through a little bit of part of school, then I'm gonna help you, and I want to help. And if I can answer any questions that you have about nursing, like I said, I wish somebody would have told me the difference between RN, LPN, associate, BSN, because if you don't really like know anybody to ask, or Google can only get you so far. So hey, okay, I missed a couple of comments because I was talking too much. I'm sorry. Any recommendations for studying for NCLEX? I personally, this is just me, I use UWorld because it looked like NCLEX to me, but I didn't take the next gen, so I don't know what that looks like. Some people swear by Remar, some people swear by UWorld, some people swear by Mark K. All I can say is do your weakness, and do problems, look at rationales, and do problems. UWorld helped me. It looked like NCLEX to me. It taught me some stuff that was not, gone over in NCLEX, in school. And guess what? That thing was on the NCLEX. And I was like, oh my gosh, like, who would have thought this random syndrome in peds would be on the NCLEX? But it sure was on UWorld. So, hey. And like, I was an LPN when I went back for my associates. So like, my patient, she would sleep and rest, and when she was sleeping and resting, I was just doing questions. So I wouldn't say overdo it, because you don't want to overload yourself and stress yourself, but just get you a good amount, like make it a job, say I'm going to study from this time to this time, and I'm going to break it down, especially if you have like a program that you're doing, and how many questions come with it. Just, set a time and say, I'm going to do 50 questions or 20 questions or 30 questions, or I'm going to do this unit, or I'm going to do this unit. You know what I'm saying? Just pace yourself, but don't overdo it. And don't study the night before the test. Well, all you don't know, you won't know. You want to get yourself a good night's rest, and you don't want to make yourself stressed and anxious, because it's already a nerve-wracking process. So, yeah. And how long before testing? I think I answered that. Gia, what's going on with you, lady? Liliana, my private tutoring. Okay, so if I was doing just private tutoring and group tutoring. The private tutoring was 45 for an hour and 15 minutes. But then I also added the option if you wanted to do more sessions, because people were coming back, and I'm like, okay, I'm not trying to break nursing students. I'm trying to help y'all, but still have to, consider my time and the resources that I'm putting into it. So I have 4 sessions for 150. So there are 4 50-minute sessions, and you can do it, all 4 sessions in 1 week, all 4 sessions in 1 month. So you could do it like that. But, like I said, I had some people come back to me, and, they kept coming back, and I'm like, okay, how about we do this? So, and then if you have like a group of friends and you want to do group tutoring, I have group rates as well, and they're on my website. Remar and Archer. Okay, I didn't do Remar or Archer, so I can't speak on those. But I've had friends that did Remar, and they said that Remar is better with next gen than it was with the old NCLEX. Yep. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate y'all's feedback and your participation. And for people who shout me out, y'all just don't know. Like, It really makes me feel really, really good. And it's really humbling. And it just lets me know, it's further confirmation that, I'm doing what I need to be doing. Because I love nursing. I've been at the bedside, I've been in long term care. I did rehab, did school nursing, home health. Like I said, I've been in med surge. I love med surge. Don't talk about med surge in front of my face, cause I'm gonna tell you. You know, yeah. So, but I also love math, and I love dosage calculations. Like I really do like dosage calculations, and I like breaking it down. And I think I do a okay job of telling you how to do dimensional analysis, formula, and how to look and determine, because a lot of people get hung up on this part of school. And I know like a lot of people can't pass or pass medicine or go to clinical or even flunk out if they don't pass their dosage calculations. And you pay a lot of money, you make sacrifices with your family and your time and your job, and I just want to see y'all succeed. So if I can do anything to help, then yes, you have my website, and my phone number's on my website, and my DM is open. I'm on all social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Oh, YouTube. The replay is on YouTube. So it actually goes live on YouTube. Like when I do this, I restream it to Facebook and YouTube. So if you would like to see the replay on the problems that we did tonight, you can go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, and then follow, whatever, all of that jazz. And you can see the questions that we did tonight, and go over them. Yeah. But I just want y'all to do good and pass. And Neek, I want you to pass this NCLEX. Yes. And I want you to find which specialty you want to go into and like it. And if does anybody else have any nursing questions, dosage calc questions, med math questions? Thank you so much for your mouth to gossip. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Bless you so very much. And yeah, you've been on here before too. I Miss Neek. I try to keep up with everybody, so forgive me. Yes, 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 yes. Get you a date so you can, get you a date. Go to what's it called, NCSBN, whatever that website long name is, and get you a date. You got your ticket to test from your board. Go ahead and do it. Because like I said, when I was an LPN, everybody was passing. Like I was still working at CVS Pharmacy taking it, because like that's what I was used to, and I guess I was just scared to take it. But I mean, that's not what my destiny was. See and here. So go ahead and do that thing. And then on this NCLEX, you get partial credit. We didn't get partial credit. So I'm kind of jealous, but not. I don't want to take it over again. But yeah. Yeah, just you've gotten through your program. Trust your What do you want, sunshine? My golden doodle is looking in here at me like, you still on here? Yes. Just trust your instincts. Um, you know, calm your nerves that day. Eat a good breakfast. Drink you some coffee, or if you drink coffee, I don't know. But go in there and just feel like, hey, this is another test that I'm going to take. You taken millions of tests in school. You did ATI or HESI or whatever, and all of that stuff is meant to prepare you for NCLEX. So prioritization, what's going to keep your patient safe, what's going to keep your patient alive, what actions that you take first. What can you give to delegate to a PCA or a tech? What can you not delegate? If you're LPN, what do you report to the RN, or what do you report to the doctor? What can you do inside your scope of practice? What can't you do inside your scope of practice? What's normal? What's not normal? All of those things, and I pray that you do well. Yep. Mm-hmm. Big BS. All right, y'all. I had fun tonight. I will be back on Sunday night. So if somebody said they had a test Monday. I don't remember who it was. I don't know. But anywho, if you have any suggestions or requests for Sunday night, you can put them in the chat below while we're still on here. Because after I click goodbye, it's going to go. Have a wonderful night and the rest of the week. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 7:30 Central Time. Yep, like I said, if you have any kind of requests, see the people who requested this stuff, they didn't come on tonight, so now I got to do a repeat on some of it. But hey, whatever, it's for whoever, and I enjoyed y'all, so that's the important part. So yep, if you have any requests, you can send me a message, shoot me an email, whatever, and I will see y'all on Sunday night. And I'm going to end 7:30 Eastern. Okay, yes, 7:30 Central Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's right. So, Lord, I just thank you for this day. I thank you for being a good God. Thank you for your love, your mercy, your kindness, your patience. Lord, we just pray for all the nursing students across the United States, across the world, Lord. We just pray that you come into their lives, into their hearts, to their minds, that you ease their fears, that you give them confidence, that you will be with them, lead them, and guide them, Lord, that you let the information stick. You said in all you're getting, get understanding, Lord, that you're full of wisdom, that we can ask you. Lord, we ask you that you just make it plain for them, that you make it secondary knowledge to them so that they can graduate and be prudent nurses who know what they're doing, who are confident, who can take care of your people, and then that they might see your glory through them. We just ask you for forgiveness of our sins, Lord God. We just ask that you can give us endurance to race to the end, that you meet their needs, Lord God. You see the sacrifices that they're making, Lord God, and just let them know that what you have in store for them is going to be so much greater than what is now. And we just thank you for the wonderful blood of Jesus. And in his holy name, I pray. Amen. Good night. Good night. Okay, Neat. I'm gonna set an alarm, not an alarm, an event. I didn't do one for tonight because my baby had croup. So October beat me up. My baby had croup, and I had got croup too, I guess, or croupy. So I didn't know how I was going to feel tonight, and I'm feeling so much better. No, it's cool. I'm good now because I sound like a man on Sunday night. So I didn't create an event because I didn't want to have to cancel it. I don't like to cancel stuff. So yeah, but I will create an event, and if you click on the event and you register for it, of course it's free, but like you register for it, it'll let you know that it comes on at 7:30. So it'll alert you. Okay? All right, y'all have a great evening, a blessed week. Y'all be safe out here in these streets, and I pray that school is great and y'all stay warm. I'm finna go get me some, I don't know, because I want some hot chocolate, but it's like 9:41 and I need to go to bed, don't it? All right, and y'all have a good night, and thank you so much. I'll see you later. You're welcome.